It has been 3 weeks since former President Rodrigo Duterte was arrested by virtue of a warrant from the International Criminal Court. Let's get the latest updates from Mon Gualvez, who joins us live from The Hague in Netherlands. Mon, what's the latest from there?
Hi Gretchen, good morning from the Hague, Netherlands. Kahapon, continuously ang mga supporters ni dating Pangulong Duterte ay talagang nagpupunta pa rin sa labas ng ICC Detention Center at umaasa na mapalaya na ang dating Pangulo. They're also expecting some members of the family to arrive, pero kahapon wala ulit na pinayagan ng mga miyembro ng pamilya Duterte na makapasok sa loob ng detention center. Only the lawyers arrived at mabilis din talaga umalis, no? Kumbaga parang daily na itong ginagawang pagbisita ni na Attorney Nicholas Kaufman compared in the previous weeks na madalang yung pagpunta niya. Ngayon parang halos araw-araw he visited his client, the former president, dito nga sa Scheveningen prison dito sa The Hague, Netherlands. Pero kahapon, nagbigay din ng statement ang previous or former spokesperson ng ni former President Duterte na si Attorney Harry Roque, at sinasabi niya na yung same sentiments nila, no, na wala nang jurisdiction ang ICC over the matter. At the same time, hindi na daw dapat pang simulan yung pinaka-preliminary investigation dahil he believes na meron ng previous case, no, na nangyari dito na napagdesisyonan na rin ng ICC. At sinabi din niya na sa provisional release, medyo dito siya alanganin na mapagbigyan daw ang dating Pangulo dahil wala daw pa na pinapawalan pansamantala ang ICC na accused diretsyo ng crimes against humanity or war crimes. Ang meron lang daw na pagbibigyan ng mga provisional release ay yung mga accused of offenses relating to administration of justice. Pero he believes, no, na baka magkaroon daw ng consideration this time because ngayon lang daw na may naakusahan dito sa ICC na 80 years old, no, so due to age. But we will confirm that to the ICC if ever man tungkol dito, no. Tingin naman niya, alam niya na pag may nangyari din daw kay President Duterte, former President Duterte sa loob ng kulungan, as he quote, no, or as we quote him, cargo at konsensya daw ito ng hukuman. At kumbaga inaano nila, parang medyo hinahamon ni Attorney Roque ang ICC in terms of its existence dahil kung sakasakali daw na magdedesisyon ito kahit na alam na merong issue over the jurisdiction at wala naman daw na itong kinalaman na kaya para i-handle itong case ni former President Duterte, it might end up na baka mawala raw ang ICC due to this highly case na kinakaharap nga ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Yung, speaking of the jurisdiction issue, sinagot nga ito ng spokesperson ng ICC na meron, no, they remain confident that they have jurisdiction over this case. In fact, in 2023, it was resolved already by the ICC. Kumbaga, napagdebatihan na nila yan and na bumoto yung majority doon na they ruled that the period in investigation they have jurisdiction over because we were still a member of that. I think the other argument here is the kind of arrest that was done over the former president, if it was legal and applicable to the Rome Statute. Pero some lawyers also say hindi na nga tayo miyembro ng ICC. Kaya hindi na nag-a-apply yung Rome Statute sa atin ngayon. Pero yung period investigation, the ICC reiterates that they have a jurisdiction over the Philippines. Okay, puntahan naman natin yung legal team. Meron na bang mga pangalan na binigay na matagal na natin inaantay?
Oo nga eh. Madagdag ko lang, Gretchen, no, doon sa sinasabi ni Attorney Harry Roque, bukod doon sa binabanggit nga niya na he still believes about the issue nga nung sa jurisdiction na wala na doon ICC, ang sinasabi din niya, parang sinasabi niya, mag-grant naman na ma-dismiss na or hindi na mapagpatuloy yung kaso dahil din nagkaroon na rin ng initial decision ang International Criminal Court on Burundi case. Na sa Burundi, pinagpatuloy pa rin daw ang preliminary investigation kasi nasimulan na siya within 1-year period after ng withdrawal. Pero kasi dito daw sa atin, sa case ni former President Duterte, second year na bago humingi ng permiso para sa preliminary investigation. So isa rin ito sa parang pinanghahawakan nila, no? I just don't know if he suggests this as well to the legal team, pero hindi kasi ito binanggit ng legal team sa atin during the interview. And in terms of the legal team itself, no? Ang sinasabi ni Vice President Sara Duterte, that's the reason why she's still here, because she's still waiting for the document that will confirm all the lawyers that will comprise itong defense team ng Duterte camp dahil may isa pa daw na hinihintay according to VP Sara at walang na-mention if kung sino ito at kung ito anong nationality nito, if it will be a Filipino, kasi nga so far puro mga foreigners ang mga napabilang dito sa legal team ni former President Duterte who will defend him in the ICC.
I do remember din pagdating do sa interim release, ano, tama ka, no? Yung mga nakakasuhan lang ng obstruction of justice, yung nakakatanggap.
Yes.
Pero hindi yung main na iniimbestigahan ang pinagbibigyan nito. When it comes naman to the supporters of the former president, meron ba sinabi ang kanilang panig tungkol dun sa mga naaresto sa Qatar na maaari bang tulungan? Because nagtipon-tipon nga sila para na rin sa dating presidente.
The Vice President mentioned na the office of the Vice President will assist in any way dito sa mga kababayan nating naaresto diyan sa Qatar, no? VP Sara mentioned na talagang in-instruct niya na yung Office of the Vice President na makipag-ugnayan dito nga sa Qatar para matulungan itong mga OFW. When we asked kung anong klaseng tulong, she didn't confirm kung anong exactly tulong, pero kumbaga underway na daw yung assistance or kumbaga tulong nga na ipapaabot din ng Office of the Vice President para sa mga naaresto dyan sa Qatar who demonstrated at naaresto nga due to lack of permit. Gretchen.
Yes, of the latest update kasi, there were 19 arrested, but 3 minors have been freed, so 16 remain in prison, and also they are the Philippine government is hoping na papayagan na lang silang ma-release at bumalik sa trabaho kasi hindi naman sila naging threat doon sa Qatar mismo. It was just expressing their political sentiment. Pero that is the most optimistic scenario. The other scenario is that they will remain in prison. I think medyo mahaba-haba, ano? Parang 3 years ba yung nakikita natin dito? Medyo matagal-tagal, ano? So that is a huge issue. Siyempre, it is a domestic rally or domestic concern that has been brought overseas, no? So meron pa bang ibang update dyan? Anong aabangan mo sa araw na ito?
Well, we are expecting na baka today makabisita ulit makabisita ulit, no, ang mga kaanak ni former President Duterte dito sa loob at mahingan natin ng update kasi alam mo there is a text message circulating sa mga media telling us na kumbaga parang hindi doon nabibigyan ng medical yung mga medicines ni former president sa kanya sa loob ng detention center. Though we keep on asking this sa legal team ng kampo ni Duterte at sinasabi naman nila na nabibigay naman. So we just don't know, no? Kasi nga kahapon lang nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng again message circulating. But this is not yet confirmed again.
No, mukhang natanggap ko rin yung SMS na yan, ano, at nireplyan ko nga. Ang sabi ko, if it doesn't come from the family of the former president, then it remains unverified and we cannot report on this.
This is unverified
because
yet.
Kung meron talagang health concern ng presidente, mangunguna ang kanyang pamilya na magsabi.
Yes.
Oo. Yun nga, hindi rin nagpakilala itong nagte-text na ito. So mag-ingat tayong lahat sa fake news. Until we get it from the official sources, this is not verified. We cannot say that this has truth to it at all. No,
and again, Gretchen, the last time na nagpa-interview si VP Sara together with Kitty, they are mentioning that the president is in high spirit. So it means na okay naman ang kanyang kalagayan sa loob ng detention center here in The Hague, Netherlands.
So wag muna tayong mag-alala. And also, that is the Center of Human Rights. They would be very, very careful with the treatment of its detainees, lalo na they are not yet convicted. They are presumed innocent until guilty. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Mon Gualvez. Abangan natin yan, kung anong isasagot ng Duterte family dyan sa mga haka-haka na yan. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Mon Gualvez reporting live to us from The Hague in Netherlands.